way heat styling tools do. So I prefer to jump out of the shower and let my hair air dry. Unless I'm in a hurry, those are the only times that I'll use heat tools. But for the most part, I'm not in a hurry to go anywhere, so I just let my hair air dry. And then I'll do a hairstyle like this, which is heatless. These are waves from yesterday's heatless hairstyles that are finally just completing. Now some nights I will spray my hair to get it nice and damp with a spray bottle filled with water. And then I will do heatless overnight hairstyles, bantu knots, just regular old braids, rag curls, paper bag curls. Straw curls I can't do quite yet because my hair is really short. You can also do overnight heatless hairstyles if you take a shower at night and you put your hair in that style and you let it dry overnight and then take it down in the morning, and it will just create these beautiful luscious waves or curls where it looks like you put a ton of effort into your hair, but all you did was sleep on it. And the best part is you didn't have to use one single heat tool on it. I mentioned these boards before. I will link them down below again, but check out my Pinterest boards for ideas for heatless hairstyles and overnight heatless hairstyles, because heat tools are very damaging to your hair to use all the time. Take it from me, I went through high school using heat tools all the time, and I didn't use any type of protective serums, and it damaged my hair very bad. And speaking of heat serum, this brings me to the 7th thing that all women should know, which is the importance of heat protectant serums. This just creates a shield over your hair and it decreases the amount of damage on your hair. It also helps cut down on frizz, cut down on static, and it just creates an overall nice sheen. I have a few friends of different ethnicities that also use this serum as well, but I recommend that you just go to Sally Beauty Supply. Most of the women that work there know what they're talking about, know the products that they're selling very well, so they can maybe point you to something that will work for your hair type and your hair texture. The 8th thing that all women should know, and I've mentioned this before, moisturize daily, 2 times a day to be exact. Once in the morning and once at night, especially in these colder months where it gets a little bit drier. I've mentioned in this video up here what I use to make my nighttime moisturizing concoction. Moisturizing your skin is just so important and people don't talk about it enough. They always mention to moisturize your face, but moisturize from the neck down. That is so important. Keep your skin moisturized and healthy. Trust me, in these colder months, you will thank me for reminding you so many times to moisturize your skin twice a day. 9th thing that all women should know is the importance of knowing your sizes. Know your sizes, ladies. Know your proper sizes. Know your pant size, your underwear size, your bra size, your shirt size, your dress size. Know your sizes, because if you are wearing clothes that are too small on you, you can look very uncomfortable and feel very restricted in movement and feel very uncomfortable sitting down. Likewise, you don't want to wear clothes that are too big on you because you can look like you are swimming in them and they can just look baggy. So find out what works for your body, what looks flattering on you, what do you feel your best in. It doesn't matter what size your waist is, not everything is going to look flattering on you, not everything you're going to feel your best in. So I recommend 2 things to do so that you look and feel your best. I did this a couple of years ago. It has helped shopping trips go by a lot quicker and easier, and it has helped me build a wardrobe that I actually love wearing. So the first tip is to find out your color season. You can pay for a professional test to be done, or you can use your best judgment and do a test online. I will link it down below. The second thing I recommend you do is to find out what your body type is, and I'm not talking about the generic hourglass, rectangle, inverted triangle, circle, whatever other shapes there are. I'm talking about one that's a little bit more detailed. It is called the Kibbe Body Type Test. And one of my favorite channels, Ellie does an amazing job explaining the body types and going through the quiz to find out what your body type is. The book is very expensive, but that's why I recommend her channel, because she has an entire series on this. I did this about a year ago, and this helps me so much. I know what looks good on my body, I know what I can get away with, and I know what to avoid for my body type. So I highly encourage you to go and check that out. When you're done listening to the rest of this video, we'll link her video series down below for that. But these 2 together make for a wonderful pair to find out what your color season and what your Kibbe body type is. So Let's move on to the next one because that was a bit long. 10th thing that all women should know is the basics of sewing. Now, I'm not saying you need to know how to sew an elegant ball gown, although that is pretty talented if you do know how to do that. But you should know the basics of sewing. Knowing how to fix a ripped seam, knowing how to darn a pair of socks, also sewing on buttons, which I do have a video. It is one of my older videos. I'm sorry for the quality and sound of that one, but that does teach you how to sew on buttons, and you can learn how to tailor your own clothes. Hem jeans for your husband. Fix the shoulders on a shirt so that they sit right on your body and you don't look like you're swimming in them. I have this one right here that Cole gifted to me a few years ago on my birthday. You can also use a hand sewing machine. I will link the sewing machine and hand sewing machine down below. They are pretty inexpensive. A tailor is great, but what about those times when you're in a pinch and you can't afford a tailor? Or what if you have to leave to go to a wedding on a Sunday and the tailor isn't opened? This is where knowing the basics of sewing come into play. So learn how to sew, ladies. Number 11. To learn the basics of cooking and baking. You do not have to be a professional chef on an episode of Hell's Kitchen in order to know how to cook your family a good home-cooked meal. Likewise, you don't have to be a professional pastry chef with your own dessert show on Food Network in order to know how to bake your family a scrumptious dessert to enjoy after that home-cooked meal. I took home ec in middle school and high school, and I was able to learn a lot of cooking and baking also from my mother. But if you didn't have that opportunity, please do not worry, friend. It is 2019, almost 2020, and we have the beautiful internet. So YouTube, Food Network, cooking blogs, Instagram, basically everything online, Pinterest, those are all your best friends when it comes to learning the basics of cooking and baking and learning how to make simple, delicious meals and desserts